in here with the original hot boy, the hottest man on the internet right now, Terrance Gangsta Williams. Welcome to Nitty TV, man.
Wow, thank you for having me, homie. It's all good, baby.
It's all good, man. Shit, take us back, man. Who is Gangsta before the fame, you know, before your name was in these streets, you know, before the world knew who Gangsta was, you know. Terrance. Before the world knew who Terrance was.
Terrance was a boy that grew up in the hood. I used to go to Winn-Dixie and ask people, hey, miss, can I tote your bags? Like, they come out with a grocery bag, you know, a basket full of groceries, and they let us put the groceries in their trunk, get like $1 or $2 or whatever, a few quarters. I used to go steal out a place called a Ball, so get the little cheap chain, put them on, and over the years I just started graduating, man, and you know, the more things I seen, the more I wanted, and
right.
You know, so I just got into the life of crime.
All right. Now, how old you was when you got into the streets and stuff?
Oh man, I would say 11. All right, when I first went to jail, though, I first got introduced to the police I was at 9. Because I tried to break in my cousin's house that stayed next door to me.
Right.
And the people on the other side of the house, they called the police on me because I used to beat the little boy up that stayed there. So they ratted me out. And I got the Tory, but I had to give it back.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, bro. So I just always loved the streets.
Right. That's what's up, man. You know, so I heard Soulja Slim say on the video that, you know, if you was off the porch in '94 in New Orleans, you was a gangster. So, like, remember back, like, what New Orleans was like in '94 on that was what Slim talking about.
I would say this, bro. 94 was a rough one for me, man. 1994. Let's see. I went to in 1994. I was arrested January of 1994 for intimidating a witness for trying to go to court on one of my people, and February of 94. I was arrested for homicide. I got out in May. June 94, I was stabbed in my chest. My lungs collapsed. I had staples going down my stomach. July of 94, I was shot up. Colostomy bag on result of that. August of 94, I was arrested for homicide. So 94 was a rough one for me. So yeah, still right, bro. You was
wow. You know. Damn, man.
Yeah.
Now the colostomy bag, from like a little research I did, you had that colostomy bag for like 2 years, huh?
Well, a year and 11 months.
Man.
Yeah, I was a year and 11 months. Yeah.
Yeah, that had to be crazy, you know.
Right.
Living like that.
Not really, because you got to keep in mind, when you got that, you don't have to sit on the toilet.
Right.
You got to worry about wiping and going. That you got every, you know, they got the bag now that's coming out. But I ain't gonna lie, that bag could bust on you, man. That bag bust, you get the stuff. Oh man.
Right.
Oh, yo, that bag, it get rowdy now. Yeah.
That's crazy, man. You know. I was just trying to get a little, you know, research on New Orleans. We'll talk about the gold teeth, man.
Okay, talk to me.
So, you know, first, I know New Orleans was kind of the reason all the other towns and cities in Louisiana got with the gold teeth, because we always heavy on the gold teeth from New Iberia, but we used to go to New Orleans to put our golds. First in Claiborne.
I figured you about to say that.
Yeah,
excuse me.
You know, like, when that trend started, or that was before your time, or that was during your
No, that's way before my time, man. It was an old lady, bro. She was like in her 90s, back in the early 80s. She had top and bottom grill, so Man, way before my time. I don't know. You know what? That's a good thing. We need to research that.
Yeah, yeah.
See how that started. Who was the very first person to do that?
Yeah,
that would be something real cool.
That was real big. Like in the 90s, you had to have some goals if you was from Louisiana in the street.
Facts.
You know?
That's a fact. Yeah, I'm trying to get mine out. I'm trying to go back to newborn now.
Right.
Yeah, I got to switch the style up.
All right. The slang, you heard me. Where'd that come from? That's everybody knew all. Every other word is you heard me. Like,
let me tell you something.
What's the research on that?
I want to say, bro, that had to be a jail. I think it was a jail thing. I think because I know when we was in jail in the parish, and we be in a hole, somebody be like, he used to say this too. I say, you heard me.
Yeah.
You heard me. We used to yell down a tear.
Yeah.
I think that's where that come from. I'm not sure. So, but I know when we was in the Fed, man, I had a homie named Jerry from Gertown, bro. That's all he used to. We'd be talking we'd be on record. He'd be like, "Yeah, man, I told you heard me. Yeah, you heard me. You heard me. Like, yeah, I heard you. I'm right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?" But he still used to use it. Yo, you heard me, yo.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, man, we got some stuff, bro.
Yeah, man. Nah, I seen on Clubhouse, Whack 100. He was arguing with somebody. I think it was a guy from New Orleans or something, saying that you and Birdman not really brothers. So, like, is Birdman really your brother, like your blood brother?
Yeah, we had the same father.
Okay.
So,
Well, yeah, that's brother.
Okay, well, the thing is, Whack have a habit of getting in people's business.
Right.
Whack was screaming my name since I first come home, but I ain't see no benefit in me responding to him at the time, you know.
Right.
But once I learned this internet and learned how the number game go, now, you know, I can respond to Whack because, you know, I got a numbers, I got the momentum, and I'm monetized.
Right.
So I know people like gossip, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, get you.
But like I did in the interview on my podcast, I explained to Whack, you know, you being a puppet for Baby because Birdman is a big celebrity. Right. Birdman have a big platform. He can get a press conference whenever he want.
Right.
Why Birdman ain't come out and disown me?
Right.
Why you doing it? Because Birdman, and none of them said this, Birdman might be like, man, look, that ain't my people. You know, he done let us down, man. We can't, because you got to keep my Cash Money rolled off me, the Hot Boys, for years.
Right.
So now it's like, with them, with they gang and they get, you know, they banging. So it's like, man, you know, the industry don't like that kind of. They frown on that. That's gonna make us look bad. So we gotta distance ourselves from you. And I'm fine with that, bro, because I prayed to Allah for two things, and I got them. That was my freedom while I was in prison, and to get home while my mother's still living. So you know, I ain't tripping all the rest of that stuff.
Right.
This episode of Nitty TV was brought to you by Second Line Seasoning.
Second Line Seasoning, y'all, is going down.
Lord have mercy, here it comes! Second Line Creole Seasoning. If you love to cook, you're gonna love Second Line Creole Seasoning. Not only will you kiss the cook, you're gonna kiss the can. Be on the lookout for the Mardi Gras can. Available at Benny's and Opelousas. And you can also get it online. SecondLineCreoleSeasoning.com. Also check out our seafood fries, chicken and pork chop fries, and our hot sauce. It's all under the Second Line brand. Get your Mardi Gras can today. Everywhere you go, everybody's talking about the brand new Second Line Creole Seasoning. Add it to your recipe the next time you're in the kitchen. It's guaranteed to drive your taste buds crazy. Nobody does it like Second Line Creole Seasoning. Get your Mardi Gras can today. Benny's and Opelousas or SecondLineCreoleSeasoning.com. Lord have mercy. Second Line Creole Seasoning.
So, one of the biggest rap groups in history, they got their name from you, like the Hot Boys. How all that went down?
We were on a little bus, traveling, doing shows, and one time, Baby was like, "Man, I need a name for the group I'm trying to put together." I was like, Bro, we had to spend like 30 minutes trying to come up with a name. We pondering. We just going. And we coming out with a name like, nah, because we need meanings. We need this behind it. So we going. And, then we had just got quiet. And I was like, name them the Hot Boys. He looked, the Hot Boys. He said, yeah, but what's the meaning behind it? I was like, they look good. They dress nice. Got jewelry, cars, girls, enemies looking for them, the police looking for them. They're the Hot Boys. Because, like, this is everywhere, every hood. Like, insert guys that if either the police looking for them or either an enemy looking for them, when they walk up to a crowd, sometimes people just disperse. They'll just walk over like, man, he hot, man. I don't want him around me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So all that was part of being a hot boy, Excuse me. So that's how that came about.
Yeah, that was big, man. Hot Boys was like the biggest shit where we from, dog.
Real, man.
Like real big.
Yeah, Hot Boy.
Didn't you put an album out while you was in the Feds?
Yeah, I started a record label.
Yeah, you started a record label while you was in the Feds.
Yeah, it was called Shot Caller Records. My group was called the Uptown Superstars. The album, the single was No More Dreams, It's Reality. Matter of fact, that album still sounds good to this day, in my opinion.
Right.
So I'm trying to get with the brothers now, and we can try to do something and put it back out. So we can get some money right quick.
All right. So I was reading, not reading, I saw something, I forgot, I think it was on Vlad or something with the beef. So you had some beef with Master P or something, that he put 100 bands on your head or something like that. I mean, what's the story about all that?
Okay, I didn't have beef with P.
Uh-huh.
I had beef with the Calio Project and his family from back there.
Right.
And when one of his family members was killed, they was pointing fingers saying it was me. So the rumor had started, and to clear it up, that wasn't me because the day his cousin was killed, my daughter was born.
Right.
So I was at Two-Road Hospital. But I had got a page saying that his cousin was killed. So the rumor was, okay, Pete got $15,000 on his head. Then it went to $30,000. Then it went to $100,000. So I was like, you know what? I know he got money.
Right.
So I was like, man, I told his cousin was to cut my hair. I said, man, tell him when I see him, man, we're going to hold court. I'm trying to see him,
Right.
But nothing ever came of it. He speak about me in the the Fed magazine.
Right.
He speak about, I think it's a Fed magazine.
Yeah.
I got a copy of it, though.
Okay, this is something we was talking about the other day. We always trying to figure out Queen France. Mm-hmm. That's your lady or your business partner?
Wouldn't y'all like to know? We do business together. We got the shout out to Queen France. We got the Captain Cap podcast. We got some big things coming up. We're gonna be doing. We got the nonprofit organization together. We got the fans only page. So if y'all want to know if we together, come on to our fan only page and y'all gonna see if we together.
Okay, that's what's up, man.
You think we ought to be together?
I mean,
you like us together?
Yeah, man. I mean, from what I see, I think that should be your lady. I thought it was. I mean, I don't know.
You can be my baby mom, you think?
Shit, that is all good, man.
Okay.
All right. So we got to get to this one. It's a lot of talk, about the situation, how you got out of prison. Mm-hmm. You said it, yourself about the situation with the dead people and all that. But it's a lot of talk. It's like 50% of the people saying, they believe you. They don't feel you did nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? You got the other 50% people saying, he might be lying. There's more than that to it. So like out the horse's mouth, is there anyone alive right now, that could say, they doing time behind you or something?
Well, I'm going to say this. It's always somebody that could say that, but this is the thing. My case is open. You can find me on Pacer.
Right.
As far as how the situation with the dead part come about. It was a prosecutor sent an email to my lawyer saying, tell him if he want to get out, he need to go help the state with those homicides.
Right.
So that's how that came about. But I filed my First Step Act motion, but inside I put that in there. So that's why I be like, you know what? That's the only way they was going to grant it anyway, because when Trump signed the First Step Act, it was up to the judge's discretion.
Right.
But, you know, there's always people, they be digging and trying to find all kind of goofy stuff and lying on me and doing stuff. But to be honest with you, I don't care what none of them think, what they say, because I'm free.
Yeah,
I pay my own bills. It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is, you know.
But I would say this. Well, I've been home 8 months, and I've been on Vlad over 5 million views when he chopped it up, and he got over 2 million views now.
Right.
And nobody ain't come forward.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's the same thing.
you know, hey. But I tell you this, I wouldn't be surprised if they try to find something. Because listen, you gotta understand, it's just me by myself going at a bunch of people.
Right.
So the first thing a person to do is to try to tarnish your name or your image, whatever. They'll come up with all kind of stuff. They put stuff. I know this trick to how they do with these cameras, with these videos and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm not a rapper. I'm not a celebrity. I don't do movies and none of that. So ain't nothing they can do to hurt me. You know, I didn't won already. You know what I'm saying?
But Charleston White said you as big as you as big as Hero.
I mean, bro, but you know, there's plenty of people that have done what I've done. It's just that because of the Cash Money, the Birdman situation, I just got the spotlight.
Yeah, you got the spotlight on you. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, because I watched the interview you did with Turk. He said, like, you know, somebody had closed 40 cases and you have to do it again, you'll close 80.
Yeah, I ain't get to close everything because you got to keep in mind, murders don't have a statute of limitation.
Right.
So somebody can always come back and say, look, I got this proof, this, and this, and I can get arrested. You know?
Yeah.
So, you know, sometimes people got to be careful with what they say and how they say it.
Yeah. Now, what you think about that? What's your thoughts on the situation with Young Thug and them with their RICO case? You know, they got 28 people, from my understanding, in there. I mean, you think they all gonna keep it silent?
No, not at all. So it's 28 people, man, and you got to understand this. You know, people rap that gangster stuff, say they're gonna do this and this. It's not until you get put under that gun to that F and N or that Draco point that you have a different outlook on life.
Right.
So a lot of those guys was getting money, living good, and got wives, girlfriends, baby mothers, children, and a lot of them don't want to leave that stuff. So, it's going down now. You could best believe it's. Man, listen, 28 of them.
How many you think?
I was about to say, I'm gonna say 10 of them.
That's about right.
I'm gonna take 10 of them out there. You know, I wanted to say 20 of them, but I'm gonna just say 10.
All right. Now, since we on that, man, what you think about what's her name? Brittany Griner in Russia, 9 years on a vape pen.
I think Russia just sending a message to America.
Right. That's how I feel about that.
Yeah, you know, so that's just too much, man. That ain't right, man.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
You know. Okay. The rapper The Game, he said he gave mouth to the West Coast. You think you did the same thing with New Orleans since you've been home?
That's a fact. Well, first of all, was that a rhetorical question?
No.
I'm just being sarcastic with you. I know it wasn't. But my thing is just think about it, bro. It was quiet. New Orleans was quiet.
Yeah, we were just talking about that a couple of days ago.
New Orleans was quiet.
You came back and
shake back,
y'all. Yeah. New Orleans back home right now.
Man, listen, bro. Everybody, you think about this here. Look at the internet now. The internet was just straight rappers. But you had Charleston White doing his thing on the internet. And now when I come home, so it's like you got two people that's not rappers, not, you know, don't do none of this stuff, but got it in a headlock.
Right.
You know, so then you got the people from New Orleans coming out with their stories. You got people going down there, going back to the NO9 filming stuff, you know. So, you know, hey, man, I'm just enjoying it. You know, I like Baby told me, he said, man, you only get 5 minutes of fame.
Right.
And I just made the best of mine. So I know, you know, eventually I'm going to have to get on out the way.
Yeah. You make the best of your situation, man.
Yeah.
So, you was arrested for murder 6 times?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
But you never
convicted.
for
But
murder.
I was enhanced for 2 other murders
Right.
that I was never indicted, never charged, never arrested for in the Fed.
Hey, so look, if I know, say you done change your life and all that like that, but like, if you still was in the streets right now, like with all the technology and everything with iPhones, the internet, but still living the street life, so doing things with the new technology and compared to back in the day with the beeper days, like I seen you come in here with your beeper and stuff, What would you prefer, like, on the streets? Would they take new technology or the beeper days, like, on some hustling?
Well, I would prefer the pages, if I was in the street hustling.
Yeah.
Because it's new technology now. You don't know who listening.
Go get your caught up.
Yeah, man, they got all
Caught
kind
up
of.
easy.
Yeah, man, you got all kind of stuff going on. I don't know how to work these phones, so that new technology, that stuff just scares me. Like, I done made a mistake in sending pictures to different people that wasn't supposed to get the picture, man. I done did all kind of crazy stuff with these phones, man.
Yeah, then with them iClouds, man, anybody could pull anything up.
Locations and all
the
kind of,
damn
man.
phone. Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Nobody got time for that, man. But it's exciting, though, trying to get to know this stuff.
What you think about that new dress code since you've been home, man?
Oh, man.
You're not rocking them skinny jeans yet?
I ain't never going to do that. Ever. But then again, you know how they say, I always tell people, never say never, because if somebody come and say, bro, I got $5 million, you got to do this movie, you got to wear these skinny jeans, I'm up in them.
Right.
But, yeah, I ain't feeling that, all that tight stuff. No, I'm not feeling that. I always say women, homosexuals, and athletes wear tight clothes.
Right.
That's just my opinion, y'all.
So, you spent over half of your life incarcerated. Like, you did juvenile time, state time, fed time. Like, what's the difference? Like, juvenile time, state time, fed time?
The age.
Yeah.
Because the same thing go on, and each one of you just say juvenile time, you're fighting, you trying to, you got gang fights, you're trying to rob somebody, you're trying to jack somebody. State time, you're fighting, slinging that knife, you're trying to extort people, y'all ganging. Federal, same thing, ganging, stabbing, killing, extortion, rapes. So it's just the age.
Yeah, it's just age, kind of all the same thing. Yeah. I feel you.
Yeah.
So, like, what it was like in prison, like on that on your last jokes, did you get into a lot of altercations, or like did guys already know you, from your fame? I know you they probably heard your name in them songs and stuff like that, or did they look at you like, you was kind of on celebrity status, or like a regular cat in jail?
It was a mixture. Well, first, I never got into a lot of altercations. Cause I've always been a person that I'm always give respect. So I never had a lot of altercation. A lot of stuff that if I did have a problem, it was because of one of my Muslim brothers, one of my people.
Right.
And one of my homeboys from Louisiana that got into it. Somebody that I got to go and straighten the situation out. But I had smooth sailing, man. I didn't want for anything. I made moves, women, COs. It was good for me.
Okay. From my understanding, so you was locked up with Big Meech, huh?
Yep.
So that ain't even true, y'all. You know how they were saying y'all got in a fight, Meech beat you up or something. I seen something you said none of that was true, huh?
I was shocked when the guy came up with that story. But now, today, I see why he came up with that story.
Yeah. You come on,
BML.
Yeah, the internet.
Meet your big dog.
Yeah.
Gonna be a lot of clicks off that.
Right.
So, but that never happened. Meech, very cool guy, man, respectful. good man, bro. All he want to do is work out. He gonna buy all the food, whoever got food, and gonna get the liquor, and he gonna chill, man. That was a good man I was around, man. That man had a good friendship there.
That's what's up, man. So BG, that baby gangster, that name come from you? That's just a name he had.
Yeah.
That was from you.
Yeah, that came from me.
Oh, okay.
When I used to go in his hood, he would always be in a cut in an alleyway with a chopper and just used to look, just to watch me. You know, and I was like, man. But I was like, all right now, because I know I go in certain hoods, you know, people always going to have a lookout or somebody, you know. And I was like, all right now, shorty raise that thing, man. I'm going to work now. You know what I'm saying? But he just used to just watch me, you know. And one day we just talked and I realized, man, he was a cool, good guy, you know. A young boy, you know. And I was like, you know, this is going to be a little gangster here.
Yeah.
You know? But he was a good little youngster, man.
Okay. But the name Gangsta, so what, like, how you get the name Gangsta?
I got the name Gangster from my homie Stone. Okay. Stone at the Magnolia Project. He used to call me Lil Gangster. Okay. In juvenile jail in LTI up there in Baker, Louisiana. We be saying this in Baton Rouge, but in Baker, Louisiana.
Okay. So you remember like when the feds came get you or kicked the door or whatever, like what you was doing, like what?
Bro, you know what? Yeah, I remember that day.
I know that's something you probably would never forget.
Yeah, man. I had wanted some cinnamon rolls, so I had one of my brothers to go to Tasty's Donut. They still got Tasty's. I had him go to Tasty's for me, and I had laid across my mother's bed because I was undecided where I wanted to go that night because I had two main women at the time.
Right.
And so I dozed off, man, on my mother's bed. And I woke up like around 5-something in the morning. I see the tasty bag at the foot of the bed. So I go in the bag, grab one out, bite it, throw it back in the bag. Doze off, bro. I heard boom, 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 boom. Knock. What's going on? Mother jump up, who is it? So I look out the window, I see a bunch of officers with shields, guns with beam, scopes and all kind of running, coming around. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, the one I sent to go get the cinnamon roll, he used to sell drugs too, so he hanging another little set. He known for getting in trouble for that kind of stuff. I want to go to jail for murder. So I'm in my mind, I'm like, boy, them people ought to come lock this boy. What the boy done did? So I hear the people say, it's gangsta, huh? I said, oh, they here for me. Hold up. So I put my Reeds on. I'll never get this. I had my Reeboks on, my Soldier Reeds, some polo jeans, and a Big Timer T-shirt.
Right.
Yeah, and I had my Cash Money medallion, my little pepper earrings, my Rollie on, my Rolex watch, ring. I mean, I had, so I said, man, they bring it in because I just got ready, sat down for a minute, and I hear them telling, Terrance here, Gangsta here. I'm like, yeah, he in my room. I was like, Mom, you ratted on me. I always the best one about that. So I come out. They said, come out. I come out. They said, get on your knees. I got on my knees. They said, put your hand behind your head. And they said, walk back till it's on your knees. I'm like, oh. So I put my hand like back like this, and I had to walk back on my knees to him. Walk back in the living room, boom, got back to him. So when they finally put their hand, they're like, we got gangsta. So, but I still don't know why they so happy what's really going on.
Right.
They bring me out, they get me handcuffed, bring me outside on the porch, and the man's like, oh, you got any guns? And I said, man, you got to do your job, man. I'm not about to volunteer, none of that.
Right.
I remember telling my homegirl, they was standing across the street, they were like, oh, they got the landlord. I'm like, I'll be back in, because I'm thinking like the state.
Right.
I don't worry about that, man. 23 years, 10 months later. Wow, I'm back.
You're back.
Yeah, but boy, it took a long time.
God damn.
Yo.
I mean, so, like, before that, like, before they pick you up, like, you could have feel it that was about to happen? Or
no.
It was a big shock to you?
Like I say, I only go to jail for murders.
Right.
I had one attempt murder and the rest murder. You pull my record, NOPD, or go online, whatever, you're going to see I've always went to jail for murder. So I'm not thinking I'm going to jail, especially to the feds, for drugs. Like I'm a kingpin.
Right.
Nah, that was far. I thought my brother, they about to get that boy.
Right.
People came for me.
Now this here, you could speak on it if you want to. If you don't want to, I seen a thing with think it was Killer Stone baby mama, and I think y'all went live or something. It was you and her and somebody. And, it's like in the middle of the conversation, like you hung up and you clicked off. You remember that situation?
Yeah.
Like, you know, whatever she was saying, it had got to you or something from how I seen it. You want to speak on how you felt about that? I think she was saying something like Killer Stone, the one got you shot up or something.
It didn't get to me. What I thought about was I wasn't going to disrespect the man that here to defend his honor.
Right.
So my thing was, even if I felt like that or if I said this or said that, I didn't want to discuss that at that point because I was like, he got children that are grown now. You know what I'm saying? And these children,
yeah.
My daddy, you know, so I was like, man, I'm not going to just bash the man or say something wrong because a lot of people loved the fact that he showed a lot of love. So I'm not about to entertain this with you.
Right.
You know, at the end of the day, because I've been knowing that girl for a long time, and now you come, now since I'm home and I got everything jumping, now you jump out there, oh, guess what this?
Yeah,
we're not going to do that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm the one control the narrative, not you.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, because when I saw it, I know, like, most of the time I see you online, you kind of jolly and happy, and until my first time kind of seeing you, like it had got to you a little bit.
Yeah, because she, you know, it's just that dude, you know, he was a good man, bro. You know, we all did our dirt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I just was like, man, I'm not about to do that. No. She been with me now. She online and doing all kind of stuff now. But, you know, I'm not going to entertain it because she don't have enough followers.
Right.
I'm not doing that. If you don't have more than me, now you can miss me with it. I showed the blueprint. I'm about to let you trick me and do the same thing.
Right.
I ain't about to get into that. No, ma'am.
That's what's up, man. Shit, bro. We appreciate you, man, having you on Nitty TV, bro.
Shout out to Nitty TV. Thank you for having me. I know I have to come back because people gonna want a follow up. They're gonna have other questions they're gonna want to ask with those questions.
Oh yeah, we definitely gonna come back and do another one later.
You know,
get it popping.
Yeah, I'm a little tired right now. I just come from doing with Real Life. Shout out to Real Life Street Stars. Yeah. I just did theirs, and I come right back to do with you. So
yeah, that's love.
Gotta double up, you know what I'm saying? So you can piggyback all day because you know they got a big following over there.
Yeah.
So but it's all good, bro. I appreciate you having me. Thank you for the patience. And let me tell y'all something was crazy, man. I remember this man reached me 3 months ago. He reached me three months ago, so he had contacted me late, not recent, and I'm like, what's this? You know, we talk. He's like, Gangsta, you don't remember? I'm like, no. You remember? I say, oh, I do. Now he called me when I'm at the top of my game, and I got to honor that though. So you know, that's how we get here. But he called me, man, when I was in my smoking time, my smoking days. I ain't smoke crack for real, y'all. Now, I'm just saying, but yeah, he called me, man, and I got to honor that. That's just one thing I'm gonna do. Keep my word. Like I say, I am not one of those people that let stuff go to my head or feel like I'm bigger than people or people beneath me, and I look down and speak to you all when I get ready. I don't do that. You know? And for one, I'm not a celebrity. I'm not a role model. I'm not an entertainer. Well, they say I'm entertaining. They say I'm funny. I don't see it. But I just be me, you know, and I don't mind reaching out, talking. But it be a lot of messages that I get now, so I be trying to catch a bunch of them that Texas go to drive. Then I see the little thing, I could press and talk into it. So that helped me out a little bit. But
you know, you feel like that you're not normal, you're not a celebrity and all that, but you're definitely not normal right now. Like you bigger than. I mean, I'm pretty sure you know how big he is, but you definitely. I don't know what word to put on it, but it's you definitely got a big status.
Queen France remind me all the time about that. Like I be, boy, you a celebrity. You know, I'm like, girl, well, you can't do this. You got to do this. You got to do that. I'm like, all right, chill out.
Right.
You know? But
and they got me in this big time studio here, 5-story with the glass windows and everything like that.
Well, you know, we got to make sure everything is everything. You know, shout out to Wicked the Hitman. You know, our brother. You know, our brother Sean. What the brother name who can't? Coach Drake. Coach Drake. We in the field. Shout out to Coach Drake, man. Good man, bro. Real good dude, man. Shout out to Sheezy, y'all.
Yeah,
Shout out to homie Sheezy. He behind the scenes. He do a lot of beats. He do a lot of the editing work, a lot of the filming. Y'all don't get to see him. Good man. I love him. I support him. So shout out to Sheezy. He holding the studio down right now.
That's what's up, man.
And make sure y'all subscribe to my channel, True Gangsta, the original Hot Boy YouTube channel. And I'm out of here. Peace.